Have you ever closed your eyes during a movie and you realize how much you miss?
Hmm.
It's amazing how much we rely on sight
Right.
for the full experience. So today we're doing a deep dive into audio description. It's where these skilled professionals, they ensure that even those who can't see can still see the story.
It's about painting those pictures with words.
Mm.
Um, Going beyond simply narrating the action, a good audio describer captures the nuances, the emotions,
Mm.
even the visual jokes,
Mm.
and they weave it seamlessly into what's already there, the existing audio.
Okay, so let's unpack this career path a little bit. So it's not just about having a good voice.
Well, a good voice is essential, of course, but it's also about being a very keen observer, a wordsmith. You're analyzing the visual storytelling. So that's the lighting, the costumes, the way a character moves. And then you're translating that into vivid, concise language. And it has to enhance, not distract from the experience.
So it sounds like a blend of artistry and technical skill. So how does one become an audio describer? Is it like a super secret society with a years-long waiting list?
Not quite, though it is a very competitive field. So building a really strong portfolio is key. Volunteering at local theaters, practicing, describing everyday scenes, networking is crucial as well. Organizations like the Audio Description Coalition offer resources and connect aspiring describers with seasoned professionals.
And what about the actual work itself? What are the highs and lows of this career path?
The emotional reward is immense. Imagine providing someone who's been unable to experience visual media, and you give them the joy of seeing their first film. That's powerful. And the work itself is very engaging, it's creatively challenging, and it's constantly evolving with technology.
But it's not all sunshine and roses, right? There must be challenges too.
Of course, like any creative field, finding consistent work can be tough, especially starting out. And describing emotionally charged or graphically intense scenes, well, that can be demanding. It requires sensitivity and careful consideration.
This is fascinating. So we've got the basics down. But I'm curious about the nitty-gritty. What does a typical day even look like for an audio describer? Let's dig into that after. Just kidding, we don't do those here. Let's just jump right back in. All right, so no glamorous trailers or red carpets then. What's the day-to-day reality for an audio describer?
Well, it's less Hollywood glitz and more focused attention to detail.
Yeah, imagine this. You're in a studio, headphones on, and you're watching a scene unfold on a screen. And you might be working on a tense chase sequence, or a nuanced romantic comedy, or even a nature documentary, teeming with visual splendor. Your job is to distill those visuals into clear, concise, and evocative language, all while meticulously syncing your words to the existing dialogue and the sound effects.
That sounds like some serious multitasking.
Mm.
What tools do audio describers use to achieve that level of precision?
Oh, technology is a huge help. Describers use specialized software, and what it does is it allows them to insert their narration at these precise moments, and that ensures this seamless flow with the original audio. They might also use tools to analyze, like the visual content, and that identifies those key elements that require description. It kind of reminds me of those music editing programs, where you can zoom in on the sound wave and make tiny adjustments, except here you're weaving in words instead of musical notes.
That's a great analogy. It's this delicate dance of language and timing. And just like a good editor, a skilled audio describer can elevate that entire experience without ever drawing attention to themselves.
So much artistry involved. We talked about the emotional rewards, but what about the career path itself? Is it a straight shot to describing blockbusters, or are there steps along the way?
It's a journey. Like any creative pursuit, really. You might start by assisting more experienced describers, maybe transcribing descriptions or researching visual details. As you gain experience and confidence, you might move on to describing, shorter content, like trailers or promotional videos. Eventually, you could find yourself working on full-length films, television shows, even live events.
Live events, now that's a whole other level.
Yeah.
Imagine describing a live concert or a sporting event. The energy must be incredible.
It's a thrilling challenge. With live events, well, you have to be incredibly adaptable and able to think on your feet, You never know what unexpected visual element might pop up, and that needs describing.
Okay, I'm officially impressed. So for someone who's totally captivated by this field, what would you say is the key to breaking into the audio description world?
Passion and practice. It's not just a job, it's a craft. That requires dedication and a genuine desire to make a difference. Hone your communication skills, volunteer your time, and never stop learning. And of course, embrace the power of networking, attending conferences, joining online forums, connecting with other audio description professionals. All of that can open doors and provide invaluable insights into the industry.
It's clear that this field is about so much more than just describing what you see. It's about empathy, inclusivity, and using language to build bridges.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that everyone deserves access to the power of storytelling, regardless of their ability to see.
Well said. Speaking of the future, how do you see audio description evolving? With all the technological advancements happening around us, I have a feeling things are about to get really interesting.
Yeah, you're right. The future is it's brimming with possibilities. Imagine a world where audio description is not just accurate, but it's deeply personalized as well.
Personalized audio description. Okay, now that has my attention. What would that look like?
Okay, so think about it. Someone who loves fashion, they might crave those detailed descriptions of costumes, while like a history buff, they might prefer deeper dives into the historical context of a scene. So personalized audio description, well, it could cater to those individual preferences, making the experience even more immersive, more engaging.
That's incredible. It's like having this custom tailored narration track for every single viewer. How would that even be possible?
Artificial intelligence. AI could be the key. Imagine AI algorithms analyzing a scene, like in real time, identifying the key visual elements, and then generating these descriptions tailored to the viewer's interests and needs.
That sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it also kind of feels within reach. Are there other exciting developments on the horizon?
Absolutely. Advances in audio technology, like immersive soundscapes
Yeah.
and 3D audio, well, those could create a much richer, more nuanced listening experience. It's really going to blur those lines between the visual and the auditory.
Wow. It seems like the potential applications of audio description, it extends far beyond just entertainment too, right?
Precisely. Museums, educational videos,
Yeah.
even everyday life scenarios.
Yeah.
All of that could benefit from audio description, making information accessible to a wider range of people. Imagine a world where anyone, regardless of their visual ability, could fully experience the wonders of a museum exhibit, or even the intricacies of, like, a scientific demonstration.
That's amazing. It's incredible to think about the positive impact that this field can have on so many lives. As we wrap up our deep dive into the world of audio description, I'm left feeling very inspired by the dedication and the creativity of the people who bring these stories to life. For everyone.
It's a privilege to be a part of this world,
Yeah.
using language to build bridges and ensuring that everyone, regardless of their ability to see, can experience that magic, the magic of a well-told story.
Beautifully said. And for our listeners, I encourage you to keep an ear out for audio description. You might be surprised at the depth and artistry you discover, and who knows, you might even find yourself inspired to join this amazing field